Hey plant lovers! Did you know that some succulents are worth more than gold? I'm not even kidding. There are plants out there that can cost you thousands of dollars. If you're thinking, how in the world could a little succulent be so expensive? Well, trust me, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into the world of the 10 most expensive succulents in the world. From rare species to perfect cultivars, let's explore why these beauties command such a price. So grab your cup of tea or coffee. Sit back and let's get into it. Alright, first things first. Succulents are the perfect little plants for beginners and pros alike. You probably already have 1 or 10 in your collection, but I bet you didn't know some succulents are so rare that they can cost you an arm and a leg. We're talking about those rare, almost mythical varieties that garden collectors and enthusiasts fight over. But before we get into those eye-watering price tags, let's talk about what makes these plants so special. It's not just the beauty or the wow factor. It's the rarity, the slow growth, and sometimes even the story behind them. So let's kick things off with our number 10, Echeveria Lola. Now, Echeveria Lola isn't exactly the rarest succulent in the world, but it does get a lot of attention. This plant's rosette of silvery lavender blue leaves is pure magic. It's easy to grow, but the reason it can fetch such a high price is because of its popularity. When you find a perfectly symmetrical, healthy Lola, it becomes a collector's item. A single plant can sell for anywhere from $50 to $100. But find a rare one in perfect condition, and you could see it go for even more. Fun fact, I've found that the trick to keeping Echeveria Lola thriving is a little bit of morning sunlight and a well-drained pot. They're pretty chill once you've got the balance right. 9. Aloe polyphylla. Next up, the Aloe polyphylla or spiral aloe is one of the coolest succulents you'll ever see. Its unique spiral growth pattern is unlike any other plant. If you want one of these spirals to grow in your garden, expect to pay a pretty penny, around $300 to $400 for a mature plant. They're slow growers, which adds to the rarity. A plant that's been growing for 5 to 10 years with that perfect spiral shape will cost even more. But here's a little tip. Aloe polyphylla thrives in a spot with plenty of sunlight and a well-drained soil mix. They're tough, but they don't like too much moisture, so make sure to let the soil dry out completely before watering. 8. Lithops. These tiny plants are incredible, and they look like stones. But don't let their camouflaged exterior fool you. Lithops, often called living stones, can cost anywhere between $50 to $250 depending on the variety. Some species, like the rare Lithops lesliae, can go for even more. Now, if you've ever tried to grow them, you know they're tricky little guys. They love a dry, sunny spot and need to be watered very sparingly. I've learned that it's easy to overwater them, but they don't like wet feet. Be patient, and they'll reward you with the most stunning little blooms. 7. Agave victoriae-reginae. Ah, the Queen Victoria Agave. This one will steal your heart. With its symmetrical rosettes of dark green leaves and white markings, it's truly a showstopper. But because of its slow growth and its intricate pattern, mature specimens can run anywhere between $500 and $1,000. What makes it even more special is how long it takes to grow. It's like watching a little sculpture take shape over the years, but don't expect instant results. It's a plant for the patient gardener, and trust me, it's worth it. 6. Cactus gigantea. Now we're talking about big, bold, and beautiful. The Saguaro cactus, native to the deserts of Arizona, is a giant among succulents. These can go for upwards of $1,500 depending on size and age. The rarest specimens, especially those that are over 100 years old, can fetch even higher prices. We're talking in the range of $10,000. This is one for the adventurous gardener, but it's not for everyone. Cactus gigantea requires lots of space and the right growing conditions, sunny, dry, and hot, with minimal watering. But if you've got room to grow a piece of desert history, the rewards are well worth it. 5. Pachyphytum oviferum. The Moonstone succulent is one of those plants that looks like it's straight out of a fantasy novel. Its plump, pale leaves are almost translucent and have a lovely moonlit glow. You can find them for around $200, but high-quality specimens with beautiful leaves can fetch over $500. This one's got a sweet spot for bright light and well-drained soil, so be sure to keep it in a pot with plenty of airflow to avoid root rot. 4. Dudleya brittonii. Now here's a succulent that's very special and very rare. Dudleya brittonii, also known as Britain's Dudleya, can cost anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 depending on its size. It's a gorgeous plant with thick, fleshy leaves that have a silvery, bluish tint. The rarity is partly due to the fact that it only grows in a small area of California and parts of Baja California, Mexico. If you're lucky enough to get your hands on one, make sure it gets plenty of bright sunlight and well-draining soil. These beauties don't like being too wet, so be sure not to overwater. 3. Ariocarpus fissuratus. This unique cactus, often called the living rock cactus, is incredibly rare and sought after for its beautiful rock-like appearance. The plant is slow-growing and can live for decades, making it a true gem for collectors. Prices for this cactus can range from $500 to $1,500 for mature specimens. The most prized Ariocarpus fissuratus are those with perfectly symmetrical, rock-like features and large, healthy flowers. These cacti thrive in a sunny, well-drained environment with minimal watering. It's essential not to overwater, as these plants are adapted to dry, rocky conditions, and too much moisture can cause root rot. 2. Echinocactus grusonii. This spiny beauty is an iconic cactus known for its spherical shape and golden spines. The golden barrel cactus can be found in the wild in Mexico, but the rarest and most prized specimens are often those grown in cultivation. A well-maintained, mature golden barrel can go for anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000, but particularly large or uniquely shaped specimens can fetch much higher prices, sometimes up to $5,000 or more. Echinocactus grusonii grows slowly, which makes large, mature specimens so desirable. The cactus requires a sunny, dry spot with very well-drained soil, making it ideal for arid desert gardens. It's also quite resistant to drought, but should be watered sparingly, especially in the winter. 1. Opuntia microdacis. At the top of the list is the Opuntia microdacis, commonly known as the bunny ear cactus. This cactus is not only visually stunning with its large, flat pads covered in tiny, spiny glaucids, but it's also one of the most expensive succulents in the world. Prices for mature bunny ear cacti can start at $2,000 and rise to $5,000 or more for exceptional specimens. The rarity and price come from its slow growth, unique appearance, and demand among collectors. The plant is native to Mexico, but due to its slow growth and difficulty in cultivation, it's difficult to find in the wild or grow in large quantities. This cactus thrives in a well-drained, sunny environment and can live for many years if cared for properly. Bonus tip: how to grow expensive succulents. A little bonus tip for you: if you ever get the chance to own one of these expensive succulents, treat them with care. Many of these rare plants require very specific growing conditions. It's not just about watering them, it's about giving them the right environment. Some love dry, desert-like conditions, while others need humidity or shade. So, always do a little research before you add one to your collection. And that's it, folks. The 10 most expensive succulents in the world. I hope this gave you a peek into the fascinating world of rare plants. Whether you're a collector or just love succulents in general, these plants have a way of making our gardens that much more magical. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and maybe leave a comment about your favorite succulent. Let's grow together, and remember, no plant is too small to make a big impact in your life. Happy gardening!